every time my news come out on Mothership or what, is
that one different. That one not bullying, that's facts.
Actually, last time in poly, there was a lot of this like
NUS whispers and stuff.
Yeah. This like confession.
Yeah.
But because usually how I use it last time in poly.
So you use it.
So in 2016, there was a leaked video of me and
Welcome to another episode of Get It Out. Today, we are talking about cyberbullying.
Yeah.
And I have invited one of my first friend in the industry. So when we started YouTube, right, Audrey was in Wild Banana, and I was in NOC. So we collaborate a lot, and she was one of my first few friends in the industry.
But you know what's the difference?
What?
The Wild Banana is still there.
Yeah. And then, because we were in the industry for very long, we did a lot of videos. More or less, we will get a lot of this type of hate comments. Today, we are going to deep dive into cyberbullying. And then, what is cyberbullying? Apparently, there's 5 types of cyberbullying. One is harassment, okay? Wow. One is doxing, like revealing your personal information.
Right.
Number 3, we got impersonation. The one very common, will用我们的 identity to go scam money and all the thing. Then we also got outing. Outing means like if the person got sexual orientation, then 他没有 review, then these people go review lah. Lastly, we got trickery. Like let's say I befriend her, then get her to reveal the secrets, then I post it online. But before we dive into the first questions, okay, let's ask Audrey some questions. Okay, first question is, are you single right now?
yes.
Okay, you are single right now. Why is your Instagram user handle Sparrow on Wheat?
So it's inspired by a quote from Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh got code one.
I don't know. Winnie the Pooh is code worthy.
Where the wheat in Winnie the Pooh?
I want to know.
So the quote is, weeds are flowers too once you get to know them. Yeah, so sparrow is like the whole idea of, you know how sometimes you think you're in a very bad or lackluster kind of situation, but there's always some kind of silver lining or lesson to, yeah.
Are you still with Wild Banana?
Yes.
Okay. Are you a dog lover or a cat woman?
I love both, but I'm more of a cat.
You love, okay. You love. Favorite song right now?
It's Mushroom Wave by this artist called Offing.
A lot of things got to do with, you know, like weed, mushroom.
Just say Then, what's your favorite dance genre?
Dance hall.
I never heard that before. What is that?
It's a Jamaican style of dance, so it's what I used to teach.
We're gonna dive into the first story. This person, Mongrel. This was shortly after year 2000. I was the bully. Trolling wasn't a thing yet then. I specifically target this one dude because he somehow was always ranting about his life at school and his parents would beat him constantly. The parents beat him constantly, he's still bullying him. This all happened at a time when we used IRC instead, not even MSN.
What's IRC, sir?
You know IRC? Okay, IRC our time. But IRC, right, is internet relay chat.
What the hell is it?
So you all know MSN, right? MSN can see pictures, send pictures, all that, right? IRC is just purely text one. I will go to like this channel called 1988. All the 1988 people will be in the channel lah.
Wait, what is Y2K?
Year 2000.
What the f?
Sorry, that's our time.
Really,
man?
Because
How old are you?
I'm 27.
Yeah, so you wouldn't know. Yeah.
Actually, no, not close.
Yeah. So they call Y2K, right? Because back then, when year 2000 was coming, right, there was this virus called Y2K virus.
Oh.
They believe that all computers, they cannot, after 1999, they don't know how to go to year 2000, then all the computers in the world will break down. That's what they believe. It was a real thing. We really think it's like end of the world shit. But it didn't happen. I singled this one idiot out in the SG channel and constantly bombarded him. IP tracking was in everyone's pocket back then, so one day he sent a lengthy message announcing that he was leaving and thanked us for listening. I still messaged him and said all the nasties. He never did return after he sent that. That was his story lah. There wasn't any question and all that. But what do you think about this bullying?
I think you are very lame. You will be cool if you send us all your insults. You know? You tell me you single him out. How far do you go? How extensive do you go to bullying?
The very fact that he say he's using IRC means he's on the older side of,
correct.
which means 他比较有文化了现在。
没有可能 like 有 different kind of bullying one. For example 可能他讲 like today I gonna beat up my parents. Then he just like look Lame, yeah. Like lame. That's not. I don't see that as
Wait, I have a question because our age difference is okay lah, quite a distance lah, I would say.
Distance enough for you all to not know
I don't know what's
IRC,
IRC,
bro.
but I want to know like in your generation, right, what is your form of bullying, like cyberbullying?
Like, because not much cyber happening that
At
time.
that point, the internet IRC is someone lighter.
Okay, honestly, when I was younger, I didn't experience cyberbullying. I experienced physical bullying. Like they just stone cold stunner me and shit.
It's like their version of sending message, right? They put the message on the pigeon. Then the pigeon go and peck you.
Did you experience cyberbullying when you were younger?
No.
Younger, no, right? It's not a thing yet back then.
This guy IRC is the pioneer batch.
Yeah, he really pioneer batch. He very creative. A lot of effort because you can't send picture, you don't know how the person look like and everything. But like I say, like back then, right, cyberbullying wasn't even a real thing. 你讲出来给人家笑而已. So it's not
so
it's not something that we talk about. It's not real back then lah.
My generation quite real.
Yeah lah, because your generation social media caught up already.
It started on Blogspot.
Oh.
Then Blogspot you got this chat channel.
Comments, right? Okay.
My chat channel happening last time. My primary school only then got people come in, then we fight each other.
But you never know who is it lah.
I know. But go to school like act like we don't know each other.
хам氣啊, you know? Only dare to do it online, don't dare to go face to face lah.
Normal. That's where the little bit cyberbullying happened. Not the serious one yet.
I think my very first one in secondary school, when we start to have handphone, then we are SMS, right? You after school watch out.
Whoa.
That's the max, right?
Hey,
but then after school really is kena whack or you whack.
There's only two ways, right? Stupid.
I think there's also other forms of bullying, like just now when we mentioned, right? I don't know what this guy do lah, but I think one of the worst one is like you know something about this person and then you spread it. Like I know Ben shit in MRT and then I tell the whole world.
Yes. Technically, I tell you first.
Just last week only actually.
Hey man.
No lah.
That is bullying.
Do you all experience any trolling before? I don't know 你们不是 public, okay, not so much of a public figure. Now you all are beginning to. Have you all experienced it before?
Have. The very first time I experienced trolling was video games. When I was introduced to the world of online video games.
Oh, like Dota all that.
Yeah, like Dota all this. Then that's where all the BM, they call it BM. Bad manners started to come in.
In fact, still doing it now.
Yes.
Hey, wait. Every time I play game, you are the BM one.
I agree. But it's harmless. It's like
I don't feel it's harmless.
No,
They will tell me things about my mother I don't even know.
And they come up with very, very interesting acronyms. Words that I've never heard before.
Sometimes they can get creative.
Very creative.
Those are the funny ones.
That's actually where I learned vulgarities from, actually. Online. Yeah.
You got kena before? Like trolling?
Only after I got on YouTube. But it's like okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, true. I get some Instagram requests.
Oh,
Sometimes.
what kind of request?
I don't know. They say like my shirt ugly or my spectacle ugly.
And those are very mild lah.
Last time got people ask me to buy my socks, this kind.
Really, man?
Yeah, have.
Then you
Did
never
you sell?
But no lah. I will think it's a troller lah.
I will sell ya.
Yeah, so you never refer.
Are you affiliate?
Did you sell? I think she got sell.
You got sell you honest Audrey, if somebody come and approach you want to buy your socks, right? $500, will you sell?
Wow, $500 a lot.
How do they
quite
want my
big.
socks though?
They just
No, I
want your
don't
socks.
want.
But you must wear before. Yeah, but they want you to wear before. You won't lah? No. Oh, interesting. I would, totally.
I would do for 20.
I give them discounts, Buy two, get one free,
Yeah, exactly. Hey, hit me up.
So, we move on to the next one. This is TY. She said, I, 27, female, was cyberbullied by my so-called friends in secondary school. Twitter was the norm back then, but I didn't have an account, so I was slow to the social media world. To sum it up, I was given an alias on Twitter and they started badmouthing me there. I confronted one of them after school and all she said, oh, haha, sorry. Why would they do that? Was it inferiority complex? I was considered a 校花, which means pretty girl in school back then. Isn't it easier to kick me out of the group than waste so much energy being two-faced? This is a very uniquely girl problem. Because Sherilyn tell me one of her most traumatic bullying experience, right? Her group of friends created a group chat called Sherilyn is a ugly slut or whatever shit lah. Everybody invited her in, then just put mocking emoji, then they left the group. Only she inside the group.
Wow, that's so messed up.
I thought that was so messed up. This is something that I only see done with girls. Guys usually easier, just punch. Then we bleed, then go hospital. It's quite straightforward. I think the one very vicious.
She thinks she's the 校花 or she self-declared the 校花.
I feel like if you this kind of thing you say yourself, you're more of a 笑话. I don't dress this color. I know a handsome one. I know one.
She said she was apparently considered as a self.
No link to the story.
No. Got link one.
Why?
Jealousy.
Yeah.
There is a link. Yeah.
Right.
I do see this type of situation when a girl is pretty, good looking, like very lucky, happy, right? People tend to be envious one.
They don't kick her out of the group because in person they still want to reap the benefits of being in proximity to her. So when you're with like say like the Xiaohua, then it automatically makes the rest of them look cool, kind of elevate them socially. So they want to maintain that, they want to reap the benefits of that, but then offline it's like they have jealous.
Let's be transparent here, right? Have we ever been jealous about another person and then just don't have good energy towards the person? I think it's normal, but have you ever done anything out of the boundary?
Talk shit have. But not because of jealousy.
But you must really reflect yourself. Was it really out of jealousy or really?
I won't be jealous. I'm a kind of person like if you're doing well, I will be very happy for you.
Okay.
Like if you're handsome, well, good for you. I actually met a friend because he was very handsome. Ray. He's this like super handsome guy in my poly.
He's the what's the opposite of Xiaohua?
校草.
Xiao. Is it
That's fast.
another weed one?
Everything about 草啊，
I say he very handsome. Then my friend say, "Hey, my friend tell me you very handsome." Then we got close.
I just
So
like that.
cute.
No, I won't jealous lah. Because I also not handsome lah. I felt like there wasn't much of a difference lah. I don't know how the topic go to Ray.
Yeah. This is not about Ray.
Yeah,
This is
it's not about Ray.
So you all never ever felt like why this guy is doing better? Or
Feel inspired.
you feel
yeah.
right. I got feel like that before.
Like you jealous of someone.
I jealous, but I never say anything or do any action. Whatever this person do, I feel like I can do better, and I think I do better. Just that why this person get more recognition. Something like that. I do feel like that lah. But as I grow, I don't feel like there's a need to do that lah.
Everybody will sure have this kind of mindset one, or this kind of thinking, right?
And that's why I just asked you all, but you all say no, but now I'm only the bad guy. I think it happened a lot when I first started YouTube.
Right.
Yeah, when I was trying to be number one, and then can you tell if your friends are jealous of you? Have you ever felt this way, or have anyone give you the impression that they are jealous that you are doing so much better, you got a very good career? Have it happened to you?
I can't really tell if it's jealousy or not, but I can feel when people are like ambivalent towards me.
What's that word? The one I don't know.
Oh,
Top student in her younger days.
Wait, serious, right?
Yeah, she really top student.
Ambivalent word of the day.
yeah, so it means like their feelings towards you are very like
Confused.
negative, but also like you can't really tell if it's negative or not.
Or like ambiguous.
Yeah, so it's like frenemies kind of.
Oh, okay.
Here
you
we
can
don't
feel
talk very proper English. The standard, right? All joke. Our audience also joke.
More than 3 syllables need to check dictionary.
Next is by Anonymous. Hi, Ryan, Ben, and Nigel.
Hey.
Finally, some recognition for Nigel.
Yeah.
This story happened back in secondary school. So basically, I, 18 male, wasn't really a fit in with my friend group. But as you know, boys in the class will always be in the friend group, so I had no one else to hang out with. But one day, one person in the group had something against me as I got close with a girl that no one knew he liked, and he started hating and rallying the others. Eventually, they took it online and started talking a bunch of monkey on my Instagram page and even on our class group chat. I became an outcast because of it and only hung out with the girls in the class. What could I have done to not be an outcast?
I don't really see him as an outcast because you were just singled out by the guys,
Right.
but the girls accepted you. That's a huge compliment.
I will take the position.
Back in the day, both gender don't accept me. Normally, in secondary school or primary school, when you got girlfriend, you come out outcast one. It's only when we started growing up, right? Then like, your girlfriend will be your friend's friend, start introducing. But in my younger days, right, when someone has a partner, right, normally the person will be alone already, won't start joining the friend group, Young lah, I think it's just a young thing lah.
But I think it's because from the other guy's perspective, right? It's like 买校花被人抢走
Yeah, but nobody know that he like her ma.
Yeah, correct. But his group of friends know. Usually, right, how cyberbullying starts, right, is because of the enablers.
No. Let's say I'm A. Let's say I'm the person. You are the B.
The B is the who?
The bully. B for bully, B for bully.
A for what? Asshole.
A for sad boy. You like Audrey.
Okay.
But nobody know you like Audrey. Then I got close to Audrey. Then that's why they started bullying.
That's why I like jealous.
But nobody know you like her.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's why I tell my group of friends. It's usually how it starts, right, is when I say to the group of friends, then they enable me to
the toxicity.
You tell Ryan, then Ryan.
Yeah, I tell Ryan like then Ryan, never mind, we online we
whack him
Cause
up.
only one person he don't dare, but it's because he got a group of friends backing him.
okay,
So
okay.
usually I think how cyberbullying starts right, is like people backing each other up
Yeah,
to
yeah,
like continue to like disturb this guy, this girl. Then they disturb. 为什么 like more and more girls 跟他一起走
Right.
It's not working.
Yeah. Admittedly, in secondary school, right, I was a bully lah. Okay, I thought it was quite sad. I thought girls were like, but honestly, from a girl point of view, it's quite a turn off, right?
For me, yes.
No, but you must like in the secondary school phase,
It changed your mindset back to the secondary school day. Do you think that guy more manly? Or
like he's like the leader of the pack.
you feel turned off lah? You will in fact sympathize with the one that kena bullied lah.
Yeah, I'll get angry.
Oh shit! I have done it wrongly.
You try and go for the 道明寺vibes.
I tried to go 道明寺 vibe because that time at my time right,
Yes,
F4 was a very big thing.
You really think you look like F4? Yours is alternate F4.
This one I confirm bully one. This one.
But I think right that how to not be an outcast right. Actually, there's really nothing much you can do. Actually, I was being outcasted before. I shared this story before on one of the episodes. I was in primary school, but then primary school got this family tree thing. Almost everyone in my class right was in the family tree, except for me. Long story short, I paid $10 to be in the family tree. Slowly, right, what happened was the leader of that family tree was the bully actually. Then one day, we all realized that he was the bully. And then we stopped being friends with him. So actually, as you grow up, you don't need to do things. Just be yourself. You know that you're not doing anything wrong. Slowly, friends will come in.
Yeah, actually, I also think as we mature, right, we will realize more and more things.
You're still young, like 18 only. 18 is what? Sec 5.
You stay back how long?
Stay back 1 year.
1 year, right? Say 1 year.
Wait, 17 then you sec 5
Yeah, then you stay back 1 year, 18 Hello, you need to go back, is it?
So you sec 6
Hey, wait, I never knew You all both was express
He express. I normal.
We
Wow,
same
really
batch,
cannot,
but he 1 year older than me,
Then
ma.
how come he go uni, you never?
Got link meh?
You were express, right? You definitely express.
Special.
Special is what?
Special is what?
My school had express and special. So
I've never even heard of that before.
special, you take higher Chinese.
Oh.
Yeah.
What was your school?
Chongqing.
I was in normal acad. Normal acad, bully case was very quite serious.
Express don't have much bullying.
我觉得他们的 bullying is another type. It's not so much on physical bullying.
Yeah.
The one is
The
more
one
like,
plan one.
how you fail your test
Elitism.
elitism.
Okay, next question is by Plup.
The sound that you make at the MRT?
The sound I made at MRT was. So anyway, Plup says, when I was in secondary school, there was this website called Tellonym. I've never known how
Tellonym, is
to...
it? Tellonym.
What? How you pronounce it?
Tellonym.
Tellonym,
Okay.
I always say tell on me lah. It makes sense lah. It makes sense. So there was this website called Tell on Me where I could send people anonymous messages. There was this junior that I really disliked back then, as I felt like he was pretentious. He was a student leader and is well liked by teachers, but behind that facade, he would do all the paikia things like smoking, riding e-scooter. I don't know why riding e-scooter is
Yeah, what? E-scooter and cigarette doesn't mean it's
My
paikia.
mother also ride e-scooter.
Your mother one is not e-scooter. Your one is not.
I kept sending him mean messages like you're so stat. Basically, stat means like you're so action,
Pretentious
right?
lah.
You're not cool. Stop trying to fit in. I feel bad now for picking on a junior, and I stopped doing so. Anyway, what are your takes on sending nasty comments on anonymous platform?
It's very uncalled for because I think this one as a social media influencer, we receive a lot of it. Faceless accounts sending very mean things. I think I got mentioned this a few times. Like during my saga, got people send me WikiHow articles on how to kill myself as humanely, painfully as possible.
Wow.
I think it's very sad because I think you might think that words don't hurt, but the person receiving it, right? You don't know the person's mental state. Maybe the person is going through a very, very tough time. And that was the trigger it needed to push this person over the edge. I think the consideration of the person's state of mind was not there when you all send this type of anonymous message.
Should I be for you?
You can. Although I was very talking about a serious topic.
Serious, I paused for a while. I don't know why my thoughts came to my mouth. Yeah, I agree lah. Actually, right, one mindset I had is like all these people that send all these hate messages, right? I think they're just stupid. Whatever advice we give to bullies or whoever that send this, we say like, hey, you send this, it might be that step to push someone off a cliff or whatnot, right? They won't listen one. Nobody does. In my mindset, it's always just like I just really don't care. They are just stupid to me.
I feel once they are at the receiving end, number one, or number two, they mature up already, right? They might start to realize. Whether they feel regretful, sorry, or will never do it again, it's another story, but they will start to realize.
Sadly,
Not everyone.
Not everyone.
not everyone.
And I think for a lot of this, like cyberbullies, a lot of them are unable to have very deep consequential thinking. So they don't see, they don't think like, oh, this is gonna hurt. It's just like on the spot, or they don't actually feel any empathy.
Because I think they feel safe behind the keyboard. Okay, one incident regarding about Audrey. You want to say a story? I think you say a story better.
So in 2016, there was a leaked video of me, and it was because someone actually put a hidden cam in Scape's handicap toilet. It just like blew up overnight.
She wasn't doing anything inside. She was just like 小便大便这样
And that person actually even outed my name and like Audrey go from Wa Banana. So after that, I started to get a lot of like harassing messages, even till today.
Until today?
Until 2016 to now.
Yeah,
like, 8
people
years
would
already.
like comment on like videos, like say maybe Wa Banana videos. They'll be like, her toilet video is very nice. Like,
Yeah, you see, like why?
imagine now.
Yeah. Hey guys, if you all need help, call me. I'll refer you all to some websites. I don't need to do this kind of thing.
I know a lot of audience always say, right, if y'all cannot take the heat, get the f out of the kitchen, okay? Because like we chose to be in this line. But that doesn't mean you have to be that person doing this type of thing. I think from what I know about Audrey, right, she was going through a rough time. And then all that didn't help. Her state ma. You are saying all that maybe it's for fun, maybe you think it's harmless, but you all did not consider her state at the point in time. Maybe she's going through a very tough time. And you could be the trigger.
But at that point, how do you feel, sir?
Very shocked, very vulnerable.
I think shock is an understatement,
Yeah, but I was trying to be okay in front of everyone else, but actually I was like just dying inside.
Struggling.
So I was just like spiraling in myself. I did make a police report, but then the person was never caught. And like, if a new video pops up, I have to manually send it to them myself. I said to all the ladies, please don't use the handicap toilet no matter what. So the camera was actually right
point
in
blank
front.
right in front.
Yeah, and I didn't even see it at all. That's how scary it was. Like in front of me was a wall. And there was so many like reblocks. Like I think in one night I saw like it just blew up like 100,000 reblocks. Yeah, I was just like, whoa. Like it really messed with my head.
That is very disgusting to me. Yeah.
I think cause got no consequences from their point of view. I can be anybody on the internet. I can actually impersonate someone else, and then I say I leaked that video, and that person gets in trouble, not me. I think that's the scary part about cyberbullying.
And I think for a lot of cyberbullies, it's also about superiority complex. Like I can do all this to you, but you can't do anything to me. Yeah, so it's like they get a hold over other people in their own way.
I got a solution to this though.
Suddenly so smart, you.
I always wanted to bring this up. Okay? I just never had a chance to bring this up. You remember like a couple years ago when there's election, then the government like meeting all the social media influencers.
But there's one specifically for influencers.
Yeah, they met with a lot of influencers.
Maybe only you lah.
No, I never go. I never go.
go.
I wasn't invited. I was ready that, okay, I see so many of my friends there. 我早晚会被 invited. I never was invited. But I wanted to suggest about something to solve this cyberbullying.
Wow.
The idea, right, is right, if I can make a law in Singapore, okay, or some sort of process, right, I will make, right, everybody, right, in order to use their social media like Instagram, Facebook, or whatever, right, you must log in with your SingPass. So you can comment whatever you want, but you will take responsibility for it. No more invisible account or thing. I think this is a solution because if now everybody faces down there, SingPass all that, you see everybody comments, nobody there to say bad
It'll
thing.
be LinkedIn.
Yeah, it's all very corporate. If somebody out there is listening that have the power to do this, please consider. I think that's a possible solution. Do you find that it's a good solution?
I feel it's a good solution, but it's not the right solution. Because people go onto the internet is for freedom of speech.
Sure,
because
you
there's
can have.
nobody.
You can have your freedom of speech.
That's why there's cyberbullying.
No.
Because that's actually what the person wants to say to you.
No, correct. So this thing allow you to go in and say whatever you want. You just have to take responsibility.
Yeah, but people go on the internet because they don't want to take this responsibility.
So you are like that lah. You go
No, I'm
online,
just
bash
thinking
people.
from the point of view.
Hey, chill
A discussion.
Discussion.
Anything I just say online. So I just feel like maybe people go on the internet to do this kind of things because they feel like there's no authority watching. This kind of cyberbullying, this kind of hate comments, this kind of like weird videos and all this, like they do push. Once they push that person over the edge, then that's it. You can't take back. Because words that are said out of your mouth, right, is the same as you say on the internet.
Correct.
Once it's out there, it is out there.
Actually, I feel like the solution
He's just giggling. This guy talking cocky.
I think it's quite a sensible idea, but not feasible.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know it's not very feasible.
Yeah, very hard lah. I mean, if everyone start to use their SingPass, I think Instagram will die. Then after that, the new app that comes to the SingPass, then that will be the new app. You know that kind of thing. then there's no fun on Instagram already, that kind of thing. There's always pros and cons. Like, if you want to have the fun, then you have to take the heat that comes after it. Then if you want to be safe and all, then there will be not much fun.
But like I say, in certain countries, in Korea, right, the netizens are freaking vicious.
Oh, yes.
And he have driven people to suicide many times. 真的是搞出人命了. This is not a playing matter already. It's a serious matter to be looked into already. And I think as our generation ages, right, the mental resilience of people will be reduced. They might not be able to have that high threshold already.
I think also for a lot of these people, they'll just feel like, oh, I'm just one comment.
Right. Like they
Doesn't
feel
make
like
a difference.
It won't make a difference. Right?
Yeah.
I do read all the comments on it. So I don't think just one comment means a harmless comment. One comment can mean everything.
Oh, yeah.
Be it good or bad lah. Be it good or bad.
I think when it's like a very well-known public figure, then it becomes easier for those cyberbullies. Like say if the public figure ends up committing suicide, because there are so many people hating on her, it becomes easier for them to absolve themselves of the guilt.
Yeah, because it's not
they're
me.
just like, you know, like all these other people too.
On that topic, right, do you know it's very similar in the execution system? I'm not sure in which country, but in the execution system, when they press the electric chair, right, there's 3 buttons there. Only one of it activate the electric chair. They will put 3 people there to press the button so that none of them feel like they are the one that killed. You imagine the person that pressed, right, and then he know that he killed the thing, right, he's going to be very hard. So they make this 3 person, right, only one of the button work.
I would think like, what if I was the one?
You would think like that, but you cannot confirm. But if you confirm, you are the one, you're already. So I think that is the absolving themselves of the thing.
Okay, so for the next question by Mother Mary.
She better not be the bully.
I follow a lot of my friends' spam accounts, and most of the time they post unglam or screenshots of other people's posts. They usually do that to judge their appearance, and sometimes people following that account will comment also. But it's private spam account, like, you know, Instagram spam account. But it's a private spam account with few people, so the victim don't know, and I know it's so common. Okay, that's the sentence. I have no idea what it means. May I ask the host, what are your thoughts on it? Is it considered cyberbullying?
I think it's freaking toxic, and I think it is bullying.
But the person don't know, you know? That's the silver lining.
They talk shit, but you don't know what.
But you don't know.
Or just like how you all always talk shit about me, but I don't know lah.
But you know ma. It's like you two could have an account about me, but I don't know ma.
Yeah.
You tell him about our account.
No, you say.
Okay, yeah, but go on.
So is it really bullying? You know, that's the question.
I think it is. Let's say only got 5 people follow the account. You may think only the 5 people know.
But they forward it though.
They may also forward it, screenshot, tell other people, and more people will know. Then the person will be like idiot like that.
But the person still don't know.
The person doesn't know, but it still makes you a bully because you're picking on someone for something.
And I think eventually they will know.
So do y'all have spam accounts?
I don't have a spam account.
I have a.
You got an actual personal account, but nobody know what is that. Right?
It's supposed to be a private.
My private account, right, got Nigel's naked photo on.
Okay.
Is that bullying?
Yes, it's actually, as a matter of fact, yeah.
But Nigel no.
Is Nigel comfortable with his naked picture there?
Super. The spam account is for, maybe they think it's a private space for them to like discuss things about other people. But what they did not know willingly, they're actually hurting that person. Even though that the person don't know. They think like, oh, it's private like only close friends are involved. But you might never know one.
I got a very extreme example. Okay, maybe it's not a form of bullying. Doesn't mean it's right. For example, you know Korea got this very big like ant room or something.
Oh yeah.
No, they spell
Ant room.
How to spell?
NTH. Nth.
That one is another level. That one
it's another level.
It's a up level.
What's that? I never heard of it before.
So basically, right, it's an anonymous like channel also.
To join this group, you have to send in a naked picture or compromising picture of like your female friend or your mom or your sister inside. Then there's like child porn inside, there's like there's like rape and everything is all in this room. So of course they got cracked down and got arrested but
yeah, so I mean like that's
up.
on another level, but doesn't mean the person don't know means you know, y'all can agree that this is up, y'all are the smaller scale, right? So doesn't mean what you do is right lah.
What I'm more curious is about, why do people do that? Why do they create this style of account?
No, I think is they don't know. Yeah, maybe to them it's like I just 讲 what I feeling in a private space. I'm just saying what I feel. Whether or not it hurts the person, I don't know, because it's private I think it's just a little escape for them. I think that's why the person is asking right now, do you think it's cyberbullying? Because maybe on her point of view or on her side it's like, it's safe what? Is it not a safe space?
And I think it's even worse if she find out eventually. Imagine this person, the victim, treat them like friend like that.
Right.
Then make her feel like stupid, make her second guess everything that will happen and said. For me, I do make a very conscious effort whenever I chat with anyone, right? I try not to talk about other people. I may talk about events, I may talk about ideas, I may talk about a game or what, right? I try to don't talk about people because I think a lot of times that when I did, it become misconstrued, misunderstood, no context, and then it evolved into something very, very toxic. I just don't talk about other people. As a 过来人, I think the damage is very real.
Right.
Moving on, next question by KNN. I used to run a confession channel and it got big quite quickly. Gradually, people got mad at the confessions posted and I started receiving anonymous death threats.
Oh, yo.
Yeah. I was young back then too, younger than you think. I admit I ran things super unprofessionally since I was a kid. But sending stuff like yourself, you'll get bad karma one day is a bit too much since it wasn't a very serious issue. It wasn't just one anonymous entry, it was like 20 plus non-stop. I kept refreshing and it kept going. I don't think any kid should think about ending their life over something that they started for fun. People really abused the anonymous feature a lot and it affected me. I still think about it till today. Actually, last time in poly, there was a lot of this like
NUS whispers and stuff.
Yeah. This like confession.
Yeah.
But I think the way they use it is very wrong. Because usually how I use it last time in poly.
Oh, so you use it?
Let me give some context.
Okay.
Usually how you use this, right, is you see like the girl that you like got joined this group. You see she got said anything like this guy like quite cute. This guy. That's how I used the chat last time. You see?
So cute.
Same right?
No.
Wait, I don't get it. How? Wait, the girl like, then you what?
No, like you can connect the dots on. Like imagine your crush will say like actually this guy in the class is quite cute. And you are in the same class as her, so you roughly maybe got a bit of hope. You know what I mean?
He's wearing black hoodie today.
Something like that. Wow, then you like see you so happy. I mean that's how real confession should work, right?
Okay.
Not go and bully people.
Right.
Okay lah, maybe because he's young ma. From that perspective, maybe he could have filtered this kind of thing and then post only those like more wholesome stuff.
Yeah. But actually I want to ask, this anonymous confessions thing, would you use it to ask your date or crush whether they like you or what?
No leh.
You won't ah?
Back at my time, girls appreciate straightforwardness.
Shy. Like I'm a very shy boy.
Yeah, that's why it's even more precious when you go confess. Back at my time when I confess, back at my time.
The Independence Day of
But
Singapore.
back at my time, we don't have handphone. I can confess by writing letter only, then put it under the table.
You do this kind of
It's
thing,
really my time. My time is like that. We no handphone. What? There's no such thing as ask friend, write anonymous. This type of trickery.
You say bushy, right?
Bullshit.
I'm sorry. This kind of trickery. Have you ever confessed it?
Yeah, I have.
Very quite curious. Or like anyone anonymously confessed to you?
All the time. Yesterday only.
I mean, yeah.
Then how do you feel when you receive the
Yeah. Is it you creeped out or like what? It's very sweet leh.
I think it takes a lot of courage to confess to someone.
Yeah.
So like I'll appreciate the effort. Like just try.
But last time how I do right is I cannot find out one. Like I won't confess, but people will find out. You know online got this love calculator.
Stupid leh.
I put my name, I put my crush name. Then they're like, hey, why you checking? Then not anonymous anymore.
Hey, last time your crush friend, you like them malu one eh.
Yeah,
no
damn
face
malu
one.
Last time I remember in my primary school, right? My first ever crush, the whole class know. Then my teacher put us sit together because I very naughty.
Must keep you in check.
It works though.
It was. Remember last time how I throw shoe? I throw my everybody's shoe one. I stopped throwing shoes after that.
When you sit beside her lah.
Yeah, I cannot throw a shoe ma.
But I thought that some people bully people that they like. I thought boys like to bully girls that they like.
You know, like last time is the pull your hair, pull your back that kind. Now not called bully lah. That's teasing.
It's bully if you're ugly. If you're handsome, that's teasing.
God,
that's how they see.
I don't think so.
You don't agree,
If it's annoying, it's annoying.
Yeah, actually true. People also think I'm annoying them, but I'm not ugly ma.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Next submission is by damn childish MSG. I know why MSG already.
Why?
Salty.
Smart.
My then boyfriend had a pretty tight mixed gender clique and they were super possessive of everyone. So apparently one of the girls liked him. Being a super supportive clique mate, when they knew that we got together, even before meeting me in real life, they went on their social media to post stupid things like, I seduced my him, broke the poor couple up, but hello? My then boyfriend was already clarified that her love was one-sided. To him, it's pure friendship. Anyway, one of those lines was, all you had was a pretty face but not a pretty heart. Mind you, it happened when we were 18/19-year-old. How childish. But hey, at least I was still physically pretty in their eyes. #win.
The confidence.
Another 笑话.
Typically, 笑话 is either bully or kena bully. A lot of this kind of situation.
But the first sentence is my then boyfriend, so ex already lah.
Ex already lah.
Okay.
So what's the sitch here?
So what do you think? I guess it's like, what can she do with the clique? She don't know them at first, ma.
Right.
But then like there's a girl that like him. She cannot do anything because it's his own friends.
Right.
Oh, what can she do?
But what has this got to do with online?
Oh yeah, correct.
This happened in real life, ma.
Oh no. It didn't happen in real life. They brought to social media to post stupid things. Like ta seduced the guy, all this kind of thing, ma.
You know, every time I go Facebook, I know, sorry, uncle, I go Facebook.
Hey, I also go Facebook. In fact, right, I spend most of my time at Facebook.
Actually, true.
Facebook is the best social media ever. There's no bullying one.
Huh? Every time my news come out on Mothership or what is...
That one different. That one not bullying, that's facts.
But the funny thing is, right, in Facebook, every time got some breakup, cheating or what, right, then they put out the whole life story there with screenshots. They will say this one, this boyfriend of mine scam my money, borrow money, don't return all that. I think it is effective tool to call somebody out or whatever thing. But I also at times feel like it's 你们之间的事.
Yeah, actually it happens a lot nowadays, you know.
Yeah.
Like even on TikTok.
With the rise of social media.
I never knew the intention behind it because more often than not, it's more like cheating. I'm not condoning cheating. I don't think it's the right thing, obviously. But I think like some people do it recklessly. Maybe they're really apologetic for it and break up already, ma, and like they say sorry, all that. Because I see like a few, right, is they just want to expose that the person is cheating.
Right.
And right, all the messages is like, oh, the guy saying sorry, the guy say like, I did love you, blah, blah, but I did something wrong and I hope like someone will treat you better, that kind of thing, right? And then right, the comments just going like, wow, I love you, if you love me, you wouldn't cheat already. Like the blah, blah, stuff. I just didn't find the need, like it was your own personal stuff. Then like you put that out there, then don't make sense, ma. A lot of people will have a different mindset of that person. Now, this person that's saying the entry, right, she may not be bad. Then you all post all this on social media, and then people will have that impression of.
And the internet never forgets.
Yeah. So like people will think like, oh wow, this girl really seduced the boyfriend, one. It may cost her a lot of opportunities, be it in future relationship, be it in jobs, be it in other things or whatnot.
Real damage will be done.
Yeah, like I feel like there's no point.
But I feel it should have been the boyfriend who should have taken action to do something.
Yes.
Yeah, those are his friends, you know.
That's why the boyfriend is dead.
Yeah.
Never do anything right. You see lah?
Just like Han So-hee boyfriend. Right? Never do anything when Han So-hee being attacked. My precious.
When he said that, right, it's more like, my precious. But okay, what do you think about the possessive clique though?
I don't know. I always think possessiveness is one of the worst red flag. Be it friend, be it couple, be even parents, I think it's one of the worst thing. No one should belong to anyone. Everybody should have their own life, own thinking.
Because they want to support that girl, ma. Like it's your own friend that like another friend.
Yeah.
The submitter was an outsider, ma.
Yeah.
So they want to support their own friend. That's why they do this kind of thing.
I don't know, I just find all this very childish.
And then it's like the guy has made his choice.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if you're a real friend, you will support his decision.
Yeah, I agree with
Yeah.
that.
Like I said again, I think it's usually these friends are the
Enabler.
The enablers. Yeah. Usually it's like they push, they push, then the person will say.
Yeah.
And do all these things on them.
So the next submission is by CoolKid123 and she said, so back when I, 20-year-old female, was in secondary school. Oh, you 20-year-old in secondary school? You sec
Wait,
8.
how many times was sec die?
Say that 3 times.
I assume you are 20 now. I assume.
Okay.
In secondary school, my group of friends used to be a huge pranksters, all girls by the way, and they always make fun of nerds in our class or school. So one day we got to know two guys older than us from our mutual friend in another secondary school. The two guys were pretty nerdy and we always make fun of them, like their selfies and their hobbies.
Okay.
One day, I don't know why, one of the guys revealed his personal IG account password to us, and my friend decided to log into his account and start posting naked men on there. What's worse is she changed the name of the account to... 3 years later, he asked us to delete the account because it was connected to his contacts, and his new friends were able to see the account, but we forgot the password and MIA him.
Wow, the bullying is getting more and more creative.
That's not bullying lah.
This is more like a
harmless
prank gone wrong. This kind of thing, I think every one of us have done before one. It's just that this consequence a bit bigger. You know, I don't know why y'all like to make fun of nerds.
But what I realized is that last time in secondary school, usually all the nerdy, for guys, all the nerdy girls, when they mature, they become more pretty.
Yeah.
Usually
I agree.
late bloomer.
Yeah, because the transformation is...
Yeah. So don't anyhow bully me.
Yeah, last time I also nerd. You see now?
Hi, she's not... she
I would like to say this one thing. Why you laugh at people's hobby? I also collect Pokemon cards, but you see how cool am I?
In all seriousness, right, all my nerdy friends, right, they are now the successful one. All drive big cars, stay landed. They really became the successful one. Yeah, don't laugh at them.
One day they're gonna bite you in the butt.
But Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, all nerdy one, but look at them now.
What are your thoughts on sharing password with your friends?
Never. Yeah.
Right, I think that guy, maybe he deserves it.
Yeah, why he go?
In what context? I think he liked one of the girls.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Confirm.
I only share password of my game account at most of.
Drink some water.
I say I only share my game password at most like game account.
Hey, I got this story. When I was younger, y'all got play this game called Habbo.
Yes.
Habbo Hotel.
Habbo Hotel, oh, it's a very interesting game. It's basically a game, right? It's a hotel, it's a big hotel. Then you can have your own room. You can design your own room.
Yeah.
Wow. I spent $200 on that game as a primary school kid.
That's
a lot. Yeah. I was playing with a friend, a very close friend. He was my neighbor, like downstairs neighbor. So we play Habbo often. We created this company called SG Army.
Okay.
And I was the colonel.
Only two of you.
There's this one thing, because your room belongs to you, and all the rights you cannot share one, I think. Then we needed to like move around the furniture to design.
So you give me your password.
So I say like, why not you log into my account? I'll give you my password, and then I share my password, right? Then I cannot ban after that.
Why?
They tell me the reason is because I'm not supposed to give passwords. And I was P5 is what? Or 11, right?
11.
You know they banned me until when? 21 years old.
That's a 10-year ban.
Yeah.
Wait, 21 years old, you log in back.
I tried, but I forget the password. When I legit 21, I really tried again.
What, you really waited?
No, bro, I spent $200 on that game, My lobby, I tell you, big one. I'm the official member one.
The colonel, guys.
Yeah, I'm the colonel, 10 years ban, What the I cry like one dog,
That's very harsh,
I sit on the floor, I'm like, what the fuck?
Why you make the colonel cry?
That's never harsh.
And it was a harmless thing, just like, okay, bro, my password is 10 years.
Oh, you type in game, that's why they can detect.
Yeah, I type in game, that's why.
I think that's why.
Yeah, 10 years.
That's pretty harsh though, no matter what.
10 years.
It's pretty harsh.
The next submission is by Minty. And she said, I, 17 female, was dating my ex at that time. And we had this thing where if either of us was outside, we would peep through the window to surprise the other person. Oh, that's quite sweet.
Peep through the
He's
what?
so cute.
Like. Oh yeah, why? He was being surprisingly affectionate that day and was ruffling my head or petting it non-stop through the window when I peeped out.
The visuals a bit weird.
No, wait, you know, like that's exactly what I do when my dog pees my head out. I mean, if you like it lah. We didn't know we were being recorded, and one of our classmates sent it to this SG trending account that posts videos, which I low-key find ridiculous to even have some sort of trend shit account. And the poster posted it. It received a lot of views for some reason, and a lot of people were saying really hurtful things like dog and its owner. Oh shit. I just said it. Okay, sorry.
Sorry. We did see. We did it.
I apologize sincerely.
You're part of the problem.
Yeah. But It's literally the first thing that came to my mind.
I'm so confused. What is this window?
I think it's classroom. But the difference between me saying it and the other people saying the dog thing is I didn't do it anonymously.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm still sorry.
Yeah. Actually, I honestly hate all those accounts, right, that repost like those viral videos making fun of people. Maybe some people got mental problem and then they got outbursts in public, then they just record. I think it's very sick.
What's hurtful is because she got captured. She didn't mean to post it online herself.
I would say, in all seriousness, right, that whole gesture thing, right, the worst people can say, you dog all. I think it's quite an affectionate gesture and it's their thing, ma.
Yeah.
But like I say, people are not so resilient now to this type of outbursts of comments attacking them. So they are not very used to it. But in all seriousness, I don't think it's a very serious issue.
But for this person, she's not a KOL. But for y'all are constantly online. Like imagine you go out with Sherilyn or you have your next future boyfriend, you go out and people snap photos of you. Will you be okay?
Happen all the time.
Happen all the time.
All the time. I think there was a couple of times I actually lash out because I felt very violated. Like I was eating down there trying to have a private time, then they just laughing outside video, take picture like that. If they come up to me and say they want a picture, I will take with them.
Of course.
Yeah, but not like you don't treat me like a freaking animal on display and then just like that record, then laughing at the thing. It's very annoying and disturbing.
I think one thing y'all don't know is that when y'all talk about me, I know one.
Yeah, but we don't know how to react, right?
I don't know how to react. I wouldn't react to it. So like y'all like, if you're like, it's obvious.
Actually, I'd rather they come to me and say,
I know my
because
point.
it's the stare that's like weird.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same?
I'm quite in my own world.
She's always falling asleep somewhere. There was one time, right? She was in my car, but she had the back seat. Then I was with my ex-wife. When we reached home, right, we just closed the door. We just closed the door off the car and then we go out. Then after that, I say, just now where we drop Audrey. Then she said, we got drop Audrey, man. We say, yeah, she was in the car. Then we forgot. That was 1 hour.
What the?
We go back to the car, right? She's still sleeping. She didn't even know the whole conversation happened. Dude, that's so dangerous. You sleep under that. Wow. Yeah. She is famous for that.
On the other side of bullying, right? I appreciate a lot when people come up to me and say like, hey, I like your video.
That is the best type of interaction.
Yeah, really.
They can't appreciate it.
And it's so wholesome, like,
you
know? And it makes me feel like doing this is worthwhile.
Yeah.
Like
there are people out there that like it which also makes me feel those people that really like a video can you all comment more or not? Because it's only the harsh comment that come out, but those people that silently support us, right, they don't comment. And then we don't know.
So my whole point, right, was like, out of all these cyberbullying, all negative things, right, I think y'all can try to look on the positive side.
Yeah, there's also a positive side, of course.
If everything is negative, then maybe it could be yourself. You think of like, hey, what am I doing wrong? Why am I receiving these kind of things? And on the other side, like for example, maybe the friend of your boyfriend don't like you. But there's only like small group of them. Maybe like your own friends will tell you like, hey, you're not doing anything wrong. You like this guy, the guy like you. It's a very wholesome relationship. Nothing wrong. Listen to those instead of like all these negative things. It's just a small portion of what happened in your daily life. You don't have to let it affect you so much.
Don't let the one bad comment affect the 99 good comments.
Correct.
And I quote, this is the greatest lesson my girlfriend ever taught me. Okay? Because during the saga, a lot of bad comments, right? Our close friends and her herself always got good comments, right? I retaliate, I say, but it doesn't count because you guys are my friend. Then she said something that resonated a lot. She said, but it's the only one that counts. Their thoughts is the one that counts. Why I care so much?
Then do you kiss after that?
But we did. It's true the people that we care about, those are the comments that count. Why we always feel like their comments don't count because or they are just being support. But it's the one that counts. And that really changed my whole mindset about all these hate comments. Yeah, so for those people that is receiving hate comments, being cyberbullied, can continue share your stories, write in the comments, okay? I think we want you to know that you're not alone.
Yes, you're definitely not alone.
And there's also a positive side of it. There are people that is supportive, there are people that listen, there are people that know how it is to go through all that. So don't feel alone, okay? Don't do stupid things or foolish things because of all this.
Yeah, not worth lah, not worth.
Don't get a 10-year ban.
Yeah, don't get a 10-year ban.
You habo. You better return me my $200. Actually, like what we said, we like the positive comments more. Like people that like, if you really like, you can just comment. Right, like, hey, I really like your videos. You may think that like it's like useless, but it's actually not. Just because you are bystanders or you post all these comments doesn't mean that it doesn't help. It does. Like, we really read all your comments and it does help a lot.
And talking about bystander, right, is if you also see some sort of bullying going on, I think is if you can help with the situation, alleviate the situation, or make the bully feel like they are stupid, it will be good. I think the victim will always appreciate this type of thing. Because I always feel the silence will help the oppressor. Because you're not doing anything about it, means you are like encouraging the bully to happen. Because nobody is saying anything about it. So call them out.
I think for me, it can be very frustrating. Like if people who are cyberbullies, right, they comment and hate comment, and getting a conversation with them is very tiring. So it's like it goes nowhere. So I feel it would also be good to leave a good comment addressing those things, but in the positive way. So you kind of show support, but without engaging with the person.
Because a lot of people like they support our video, they really like our video, but they always come up to me and say they don't comment.
Comment lah.
Yeah, please comment lah. It will encourage us because if all day we read negative comment, very sad one.
So today we cover on cyberbullying and let us know what other topics you all want and leave your comments in the comment section below. And always remember to follow all our socials. Follow Audrey on the socials. Clear for more. Clear to what?
Let's go with that.
Let's go with that.
There were a few hate comments like on our channel. Got this one, I cannot stop thinking about it. So the comments say, "Lol, hates to Ho Chi Minh. First 2 meal Burger King and pizza. Hard to take your recommendations seriously, to be honest. Brother, I since when recommend Burger King? I only eat at Burger King. Because I do food show, I cannot eat fast food, is it?"